some questions here from Karen O'Flaherty. Thank you very much, Karen, for your questions and actually for supporting the mission. So let's see, you have two questions. So I'm going to answer one and Rick is going to answer the other. So Rick is our Green Hab officer and geologist and Australian extraordinaire. So Rick, if you were on Mars and there was a problem, it would take a long time before help would arrive. Two parts of the question. Does this affect how you plan any of your activities? And B, are you less cautious than if you really were on Mars because you know in an emergency help would come quickly?
Sort of answer both in the same response, in that, yeah, I'm totally less cautious than if I was on Mars. If I'm going on an EVA and something's a little skew-if, and I'm just like, it doesn't matter. But if I was really on Mars, any little problem, no matter how small, I would come back and get that sorted before I actually went out. As far as planning activities, there isn't really any sort of thought that comes into my head about sort of safety besides the general sort of stuff you'd have day to day when you're like riding on an ATV or climbing up a hill. But it's not so much thinking about how long it would take on Mars.
Hello there, listeners. We have a question coming in about what its life is like on the MDRS. Niamh, does the time delay in communications have any impact on you? Does it make you feel detached from what is happening back on Earth? Niamh, I pass it on to you.
Oh, I'm back in 1940s England. How interesting. On Mars. Okay, that's a really interesting question. So we're on a simulated mission, obviously. So there is actually no real delay between us and back on Earth. But we do honour the 22-minute delay when we are communicating back to Earth. So in that way, it does have an impact on us. It definitely makes me feel detached from what's happening on Earth, but it's mainly because we have such limited internet here, and we don't actually use the internet unless we want to communicate with Capcom, which is like our kind of mission control. And part of my role here is to promote the outreach and all our activities. So I have to go on social media every day, uploading photographs and these kind of voice recordings where we're answering people's questions. So it really impacts on what I try to do. So what would normally take me like 5 minutes to do is taking me literally 2 hours because the download speed or the upload speed is so slow. So it impacts me that way. We're definitely very detached. I feel completely detached when I'm here. I have no idea what's happening in the news. You definitely feel that Earth is a long, long, long way away, which is kind of nice, actually. It's really nice not caring. And the other thing is, like, you don't use money. Roy was clearing his room there the other day, and he brought out, like, some American dollars, and we were, like, going, gosh, we have no need for that here. So all of that is really interesting as an experience here at MDRS. I hope that answers your question.